and that is Erin Havens, and she is going to be joining us right now. Erin, good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Thank you for having me.
You bet. Good to have you here. And we'll get to our other guest in just a moment, but I wanted to start with you by talking a bit about the Harvest Food Hub and how it kind of ended the last growing season, which, as you and I were talking before we came on the air, wasn't all that long ago, just in November when you kind of were wrapping things up, right?
Yes. So last year was our first operational year. We got started in July, and then we ended it in October, but we were still kind of wrapping everything up by November. And so that was a really wonderful first season. We had 13 farmers participating, and we had our first year with the Farm Box program, where we made boxes of mixed vegetables from all local farmers to sell to the community for either $10 or $20, depending on the size of the box.
Right. And it seems to me that people in the community were really kind of going after those food boxes, right? I mean, you had a website up and running, and it seemed like on those delivery days, you folks were very, very busy.
We were very busy. So in addition to the Farm Box, customers could make custom individual orders. And so they could just go online, like on an online shopping, and choose which vegetables they wanted, and you can see which farmers are selling them. We also had honey and sometimes eggs. And so, we were very busy, and we had to pick up on every Wednesday, and then we would also deliver to restaurants and schools, senior centers, daycares, any institutional buyers who are interested in also supporting local agriculture and getting fresh vegetables and fruits. Yes, we were very busy, and this year we hope to be even busier. We hope that we have even more customers. I think we had about 350 individual customers last year. So we had a really great response from the community, and a lot of people are already excited about this coming growing season.
I bet. Well, and it's coming. Before we know it, it'll be here, and that's why we're talking about it this morning, to get folks ready about the growing season. And so you were telling me that I think the food hub for consumers would probably open up when in May or so, as things start to come in, or a little bit later.
Yeah, so our season this year will be from May through October, and in May it will most likely just be starts. So you can buy plants that you want to plant yourself, but then by June and July we'll have more fruits and vegetables available. And the Farm Box program, like I mentioned, with the Farm Box, you can subscribe and get a weekly box of mixed vegetables. Sometimes it's called a CSA box. We're calling it a Farm Box because we're using produce from several different farmers in the box each week. And so starting this spring, you can go online and select which option you want. You can either get it weekly or bi-weekly, or you can just sign up for a month versus the whole season. And then we will either deliver it to your place of work, or you can pick it up from one of our pickup locations, most likely on San Juan College campus or in our downtown facility, which is going to be open this summer. So we're really looking forward to opening up the Farm Box for our customers to sign up in the spring. And then if any place of work wants to have Farm Boxes delivered, we can do that as well. So last year we delivered to the Northern Navajo Medical Center in Shiprock for any employees who are interested in ordering the boxes, and then also at Logos Resources here in Farmington.
Very good. So it really is a community effort, right? As you put this all together and reach out to some of the other organizations and businesses to help make this happen. I wanted to talk a little bit too, Erin, about a meeting that you have coming up to try to get some more folks involved with the Food Hub this season, and talk to me a little bit about that. This is a meeting that's coming up in this month, right?
Yeah. So it's actually in a week from today. There's a statewide farmer buyer networking session that's happening today, but we're going to follow up with a regional farmer and buyer networking session, which is going to take place next Wednesday. So all local farmers, school districts, restaurants, daycares, senior centers, and anyone else who's interested in purchasing local food is invited to attend our virtual networking session. So farmers will have the chance to tell everyone what they're buying what they're growing this year, and then school districts and all the other buyers can tell the farmers what they're interested in purchasing this year. So it should be a really good event to get some more connections between all of our different growers and buyers. We did it last year in person, but of course this year it's going to be virtual. And so, yeah, next Wednesday, February 10th from 9 to 12 online, and you can sign up with a Zoom link ahead of time.
Okay, and I know a lot of the information that we're sharing this morning is coming from the Harvest Food Hub's Facebook page, where folks can go to get more information, get these links and things like that we're talking about. That's probably the easiest way to do it, or I guess they could give you a call or email you as well, right?
Correct. Yes, we have our Facebook. We also have our online website, sanjuancollege.edu/harvestfoodhub, but we don't have as much up-to-date events and stuff on there. So Facebook definitely has where all the newest events are happening.
Very good. And to remind our listeners and viewers this morning, Erin, a little bit about the reason behind the Food Hub, and the whole idea, at least in my understanding, is to kind of create this market and this demand, the supply and demand for locally grown food and healthier food, and have maybe the school districts and those big users of food to be able to maybe support these local growers. Isn't that kind of what we're all trying to work towards here? And by we, I mean you. I don't do a thing. You do it all.
Well, if you're a customer, then you're definitely a part of it.
Well, okay, fair enough.
So our farmers are all mostly selling at local farmers markets in the area, but some of them don't sell out at the farmers market. So the Food Hub, the idea is to give opportunities to expand the reach of their products and create new market opportunities for our growers locally. So with the Food Hub, a farmer can then sell to a restaurant or a school district without having to individually reach out to all the different buyers that they're interested in selling to. So we will aggregate and distribute to all those different places. And especially with somewhere like a school district, that can be kind of intimidating for a small grower to think that they would be able to sell, a few tomatoes to the school district. For example, Farmington Municipal Schools purchases a lot of produce for their students. But with the Food Hub, we're able to aggregate that produce. So we can get some tomatoes, from one small farmer and then more from a second farmer, and be able to come up with enough that it creates an order for Farmington schools. So it really helps out with the farmers being able to sell more of their products locally. And then with the Farm Box program, we're also able to reach new customers who wouldn't necessarily be coming to the farmers market on a Saturday. So like I said, with the delivery to the hospital in Shiprock, Northern Navajo Medical Center, we were able to drop off directly to somewhere that people are very busy working, and they could not have to worry about going to the farmers market on a Saturday when they may also be working. So yes, it's definitely about creating new opportunities for farmers and growing our regional food system as a whole. So we're also just trying to connect to consumers and make it easier for customers and community members to access local food from our farmers. So it can be hard to know where to go to get local food other than the farmers markets, which is obviously a great place to go. But now with the Food Hub, we're hoping we can get more restaurants having local food. And, when you send your kids to school, you can know they're eating produce from local farmers. So that's very exciting. And so in addition to just supporting the farmers, it's also just connecting the community to opportunities to eat local food and eat healthy food.
Right. So that's true. And that's what we saw kind of last year, as you mentioned, with your 300 or so customers, right, who were picking up food and buying food off of your website and working with these larger organizations like the school districts and things like that. And I would think, too, that, if a farmer has a commitment from a school district or knows that they have access to that market, that they can make a better plan for growing, because those decisions are being made right now if they weren't made 3 months ago, right? What to plant, exactly. How much to plant?
Yeah, which is the idea behind that farmer buyer networking session that we're having next week. So farmers can know, for example, Aztec Schools wanted a lot of cherry tomatoes and cucumbers. So that was something that previously farmers hadn't had a big market for cherry tomatoes, but now they can know that if they grow cherry tomatoes, there will be a willing customer who will be interested in buying them. So yeah, definitely. And then in addition to that, with the Food Hub, like I said, we're opening in May this year, and farmers markets don't usually open until June. And so that gives farmers an opportunity, if they're interested in trying any season extension, like hoop houses or different ways to get the plants into the ground earlier in the spring, there will be somewhere that they can sell it in May this year. So we're really trying to expand the growing season and hopefully within, a few years, we can have a year-round locally grown produce available here in Farmington. We're definitely working collaboratively with all the farmers markets in the county.
Right. That would be the ultimate goal, I guess, is to maybe have some greenhouses or something going in a large scale to be able to offer year-round fresh produce. Wouldn't that be great?
Yes, absolutely. I would love that. And then in addition to that, with our Harvest Kitchen program, we're hoping to increase value-added products. So, if someone has a lot of tomatoes during August or September, they can can them or make them into salsa, and that could be available year-round. So with the value-added products, we can sell not just local fresh produce year-round, but also food items made from that produce in the wintertime.
Very good. Well, and that brings us up to the talking a little bit about the kitchen, the commercial kitchen that's part of the Food Hub project. But I want to ask about that in just a moment because I want to bring in our other guest this morning, Erin. So stand by, and I'm going to cross my fingers because our technical prowess is we are challenged this morning. But I think we've got Jacqueline Montoya with us this morning, who is also part of the Harvest Food Hub, a student worker at the Hub. Jacqueline, can you hear me this morning, and can we hear you? I see you, Jacqueline. I'm not sure I can hear you yet, though, but try again. Oh, no, we're not hearing you. But we can see you. Try again. I think we got you now. Oh, no, we don't. I'm sorry. We don't. Well, thank you, Jacqueline. Keep trying, if you will, and we'll come back to you in a moment. But let me go back to Erin, and I apologize. We thought we had our technical issues fixed, but we'll keep trying. Erin, let me ask you then about the kitchen project, because as I mentioned just a few moments ago, this is also part of the Food Hub project to have a commercial kitchen available. You mentioned some of those value-added products from the local fruits and vegetables that are grown here, and I guess this would be one of those ways to do that, to have a commercial kitchen available if somebody wanted to make their famous homemade salsa recipe and be able to sell it. They have to be made in a healthy kitchen, I guess, right? A kitchen up to certain standards.
Yes, exactly. So the phase 2, as we've called it, of the Harvest Food Hub is the kitchen. So we're now the Harvest Food Hub and kitchen, and we just hired our kitchen manager, Amy McNellis-Lunn, and she's a chef, and she's been a chef for about 20 years. And so she's going to help us develop the Harvest Kitchen program. So in addition to a commercial kitchen space, which is going to be certified through the Environment Department, we will be offering a food entrepreneurship applied training course, which is called FEAT. And so new food entrepreneurs can get all the training and skills that they need to be able to start a new food business, like you were saying, a salsa business or a bakery or even a restaurant. And so the commercial kitchen side of things is definitely in the works. It's not open yet, but we do have the facility in downtown Farmington we're leasing from the city of Farmington. So we really appreciate the partnership with the city of Farmington. And so we do have the space, and as I had mentioned before, the Food Hub will also be there, and that's currently under construction actually with the city to be able to open this summer in the downtown space. The kitchen side is not under construction yet, but we're still working to get all the layouts figured out. So in the meantime, we will be offering training programs to food entrepreneurs and restaurants. Hopefully we'll offer something like a ServSafe certification here locally, as well as different things like knife skills or business planning for new food entrepreneurs. And then, like I said, all those small different training courses will lead to a larger 8 or 10 week training program that will be for people who really want to dig deep into starting a new food business. So in the meantime, when we're not, we don't have our commercial kitchen open, we are going to be working hard to connect new food entrepreneurs with kitchen space that's already currently available locally. So there are small commercial kitchens available, for example, through the city of Bloomfield has a small commercial kitchen space, and the city of Farmington Sycamore Community Center also has a small commercial kitchen space. So we're hoping to connect people in the meantime to those existing places.
Got you. Well, that's really exciting because, again, this is all part of what the Food Hub was envisioned to be and what it is becoming. It really is following the kind of the plan, if you will. And so that's very exciting. Can you tell us where downtown the hub is going to be located? Has that been publicly announced yet? I'm not sure if I've heard.
Yes, it is publicly announced. So it's on Animas and Barron, about 2 blocks down from Main Street. So we're hoping people who are, shopping on Main Street can also come a couple blocks south to the Food Hub. We are also hoping, hopefully this summer, if not the next summer, to have a retail outlet available as well as the Food Hub, so that we can have not only local produce, but also those value-added products for sale in the downtown space. So yes, we're going to be there as early as next month, moving our stuff over so that we can open for the summer from the downtown facility. Of course, we'll still be strongly connected with the Quality Center for Business at San Juan College, and most likely still having pickup locations there as well for our individual customers.
Got you. And that's where the hub has been, of course, up until this point. So that's very exciting. And for folks thinking about downtown geography, you've got Main Street, then south is Broadway, and then the next street down is Animas, right? That's about 2 blocks off of Main, as you said.
Yes.
So very exciting. All right, Jacqueline, we're going to try it again if you're ready for us, and I appreciate it. Let's see if we can hear you this time. Jacqueline Montoya, good morning. I don't think it's going to, I don't hear you. I don't know why it's not working. I'm so sorry. But thank you for trying. Jacqueline and I were going to talk about an art contest that is going to be happening, but we just can't hear you for some reason this morning, and so I apologize. Try it one more time for me. No, can't. I can read your lips, but I can't hear you. Erin, would you mind doing the honors? I'm sorry. This was Jacqueline's idea, and she can't be on the show. It's frustrating for me, but we still want to get the information out. So, Erin, please talk about this art contest that is coming up that we want to let folks know about.
Yes. So Jacqueline has been doing a lot of work on our second edition of the Buy Fresh, Buy Local local food guide. So Buy Fresh, Buy Local is actually a community effort of many different organizations that have come together to support local agriculture in Northwest New Mexico. And the Food Hub is, a partner in that. So we have been working, Jacqueline has been working a lot on the second edition of the local food guide. And as part of that, we're hoping to feature a local artist on the cover for the second time in a row, the second year in a row. And so in order to feature an artist, we're doing an art contest. So we're looking for anyone who's interested in being featured on the cover of the 2021 second edition guide to submit to us. We do have a couple criteria or a rubric for judging. So we're looking for someone to represent the theme "Local Food is for Everyone," which is the theme of our second edition of the guide. We also want this piece of art to reflect farming, ranching, or local food in Northwest New Mexico, as well as to reflect the culture of Northwest New Mexico. And then a final part of the rubric is artistic merit and creativity. So you can go onto our website, the Buy Fresh Buy Local website, which is listed here, buyfreshbuylocal.nwnm.org/art contest, and it has all the information on how to submit your art. But last year we had a beautiful painting featured on the front and back of the local food guide. So we're hoping to have that again this year with some more local art to promote local artists and local food together.
Nice, very good. And we should say too that the winner gets $300 first prize, right?
Yes, $300 as well as a bio in the guide, and then of course their art being featured. So all of that for the winner, and we're hoping we have some few people enter. So the deadline to enter is February 28th, and then we'll be announcing that winner in March. And the second edition of the guide should be available in May is our goal, to have it published and out to the public.
Very good. And again, all the details are on that website that you mentioned, the Buy Fresh Buy Local NWNM.org is where you can go to get some more of the details and see a copy of last year's guide to give you an idea of kind of what you're going to be doing with that artwork for the contestants, I guess, that are joining the contest. So Very nice. And so, Erin, we just have about 10 minutes remaining this morning, but I wanted to kind of ask you to kind of, again, look into the future, get out your crystal ball, and talk about this year's season. And again, it seems to me like we're seeing more of the other growers markets popping up in the county. I think more consumers are being made aware of the growers markets that are now in their community. And I know you're not directly involved with the growers markets, but it's something that you support through the Food Hub, correct? I mean, there's certainly a connection there.
Yes, actually, we are kind of involved. So this past year, in collaboration with Bonnie Hopkins at New Mexico State Extension, as well as all of the grower markets in San Juan County, we applied for a grant called the Farmers Market Promotion Program grant, and we were awarded this grant for the Northwest New Mexico Growers Market Alliance. So that is a organization that basically supports all of the markets in the county with marketing and support through the hiring of a new regional market coordinator that can kind of do some of that background work for all of the markets in San Juan County. So we're really excited to be able to support the markets and work with all of the market managers. So there are 7 markets involved. Starting from the west, we have Shiprock, Kirtland, the downtown Farmington Artisan Makers Market, the Farmington Growers Market, Aztec Growers Market, and then Bloomfield Farmers Market. And then finally the mobile farmers market through the Harvest Food Hub. So we have all 7 markets participating in the Growers Market Alliance. And like I said, we're just about to hire a new regional market coordinator who can do some of that background work, like getting the SNAP and double up food bucks set up at all the markets, doing some of the accounting and the numbers of who shows up and customers and all of that. And then also we'll be supporting the market managers as well. So we are very excited and hoping to just grow the organization and capacity of all of our local farmers markets and streamline some of those processes for farmers who are interested in selling at multiple markets so they can kind of apply all at once to the market. So we're really excited to be working with the farmers markets this year.
Sure, that's great. And you mentioned the other topic that I want to just end on this morning, and that is that mobile farmers market, which is part of the Food Hub. And are you expecting to kind of take that out more this summer than last year?
We are hoping to. Of course, one of the biggest barriers last year was COVID, and so we weren't really able to do the big cooking demonstrations that we had hoped to do. But this year we are really hoping to do more, especially because we'll have increased capacity with that Growers Market Alliance support. And then, of course, with our new kitchen manager, Amy, she's a trained chef. So we're hoping that we can kind of work together to do more cooking demonstrations, maybe even some YouTube videos and Facebook live streaming cooking demonstrations to show how to cook some of our local produce very easily in just this little kitchen that we have with the mobile farmers market. So we're still trying to come up with ideas for how to get the mobile market out into the community a little wider, but we are definitely including that in our plans for this growing season. And so we would love to be able to have that market kind of set up at a senior center or a hospital and allow customers to come up and purchase from it directly. So yes, that is definitely in the works. Hopefully we can do more of the cooking demonstration side of things and, have people do some taste tests out of the mobile market this year too.
Right. Well, very good. And you've got it gassed up and it's ready to go. So you're ready to take it out of the garage.
Yeah. So, it's a trailer, so we have to pull it.
Okay.
But yes, we're ready to bring it around. It has a beautiful wrap around it. It says the harvest or the mobile harvest. And it's a collaboration truly between San Juan College, the city of Farmington, and New Mexico State Extension Office and Aztec, as well as just many other community partners that we're hoping to work with. So with the Shiprock Area Food Access Coalition, we're also hoping to collaborate more on doing some cooking demonstrations and incorporating traditional foods into the cooking demonstrations as well.
Terrific. Well, very good. And just couple minutes remaining this morning, Erin Havens. So if folks would like to reach out and maybe ask you a question or get in contact with you, whether there may be a farmer or a consumer or maybe a business that wants to get involved, what's the best way for folks to reach out to you?
Yeah, so there's a couple of ways. You can email me and I'll get you involved directly at havense@sanjuancollege.edu. But we're also promoting the Buy Fresh Buy Local membership this year. So with the Buy Fresh Buy Local chapter here in Northwest New Mexico, we have restaurant members, farmer members, artisan members, and food hubs and school districts as well. And so by being a member of Buy Fresh Buy Local, you are part of this nationally recognized brand. So I don't know if maybe some people have seen those Buy Fresh Buy Local stickers around, across the country. We now have our own local chapter here. So members can be part of that. They will be listed in the local food guide this year with a little bio and photo of your business. You will have the online profile in our website. So Buy Fresh Buy Local, NWNM.org. has listings of all of our members, and then you can then use the logos. So we have little decals that you can put on your windows of your restaurants, and it says Buy Fresh Buy Local member. So we'll be giving those out to all of our members, and then of course promotion through our Facebook and different places like that. So last year membership was completely free. This year we don't have as much grant funding, so we're asking members to pay like $25 or $10 depending on the membership type to be a member. But then, like I said, it's a lot of publicity and advertising to our community. So that is one way that you can get involved as a restaurant or someone interested in supporting local food. We also have monthly Buy Fresh Buy Local chapter meetings. So they're on the third Tuesday of every month from 10 a.m. till 12 p.m. And so any community member is really invited to those chapter meetings. And then in addition to that, we have a few committees. So we have a building capacity for agriculture committee that just started, a marketing committee, a food summit planning committee, as well as the Northwest New Mexico Food Equity Task Force, which started out as a committee, is now kind of separate, but working very closely with the Buy Fresh Buy Local chapter. So, and you can be involved in all of those different parts of Buy Fresh Buy Local. And especially, as I had mentioned, we're doing the local food summit again this summer. And so anyone who's interested in being involved in probably a virtual kind of local food conference, we would love to hear from you. So yeah, you can go on to our website, either Buy Fresh Buy Local, NWNM.org, or like I said, the San Juan College Harvest Food Hub also has our own website with our contact information there.
Very, very good. Well, it sounds like there really isn't ever a down season for you. You're busy all the time with all these things that are going on. But I thank you for sharing it with us this morning. Thanks for coming on the program. Jacqueline Montoya, thank you for being on kind of standby for the whole morning. I'm sorry that our technology did not work for us this morning, but it's great to see. At least we could see both of you. So thank you very much, both of you.
Thank you. Yeah, and we so appreciate Jacqueline Montoya for all the work she did this past year as a student employee. And we are also accepting volunteers for this growing season, and we can't do it without all of our volunteers as well. So thanks to everyone who participated.
Very, very true. Well, great. Well, thank you very much. Again, my guest this morning, talking about the Harvest Food Hub here on KSJE. Back with more in just a moment, everyone. The time is 8:42.
No, Facebook is not surprised